I love that approach, right? But go back to that time when you put music on hold for a year, and it was to love and rescue. It was to love your wife, to rescue your marriage, right?
Right.
And to, in the end, also you, like to love yourself,
Right.
to rescue yourself.
Right.
It's easy, I think, to look at. I was opening for Newsboys for Mercy Me. There's a big mission there because those are big impact bands that are hitting a lot of like a broad audience.
Right.
So is the mission to hit as wide a mark as possible, to be palatable to as many people,
Yeah.
or is the mission a lot closer to home? Like right here, this is the place where that movement has to happen first, and it's only if it happens here in the home. It's only if it happens within the family. It's only if it happens with those men who are walking with me in these communities. You're coaching baseball at is that St. Paul? Is that St.
Yes, St. Paul.
St. Paul in Shiner, Texas.
Yeah, right.
Home of the Bach.
That's right. Here we are.
You know, if you're doing that right there,
Yeah.
in that town with that team, with your family, with your wife and your 5 kids, that impact is huge and so necessary. I think sometimes we get caught up in the like how many people can I reach?
Right.
Like how far? And that's not that it's bad to reach lots of people,
Sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
It's nice to know that like I think the first episode that we had that got to 1,000 plays, I was all giddy and excited. Like 1,000 people actually listened to this. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, it's exciting. Like there's something really cool about it. And then at the same time, I go, that doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah, because if I'm no good with the people in my own parish who I'm talking to every day,
Yeah.
what difference does reaching all these other people make? Like if I can't do this at home with my family, what difference does it make?
Right. I think that's my perspective now. Like that's my lifestyle now. You know, like I asked my wife if I could start to love and rescue. You know, it wasn't just my decision. You know, and going back to square one. You know, so she saw she saw the vision of it, right? And with her beautiful yes, you know, I was able to do that, and so. The band and I will never be on the road for more than 2 weeks, if that ever comes to fruition, you know. So that's like for Catholic Heart, if I'm gone for 2 weeks, I'm home at least 2 weeks before I go back out on the road, to make sure, you know, I'm investing in my family, you know, and loving them the way they should be loved. So, you know, there's boundaries, right? There's boundaries. And I'm a little older too, so I'm at peace with, if we're just this little local band, great, you know. If God has different plans that we go on tour with Switchfoot next year, you know, like that's amazing, you know. I think that'd be great, you know. So I love to dream, but I love to make sure that within my dream there's my wife and my kids, because that's my vocation. And the same thing for the band members, you know. The bass player, it's like, look, man, I know this is a hard, you know, it's hard for you to get away during your week. You know, we went to Nashville and it was his daughter's weekend birthday and things like that, you know. And he scheduled the birthday around the Nashville trip, you know. And just doing that, you know, making sure everything worked before he left was, I think showed his wife that, okay, yes, there's always going to be these kind of agendas, right? And these things that we have to work around, you know. But if you see the effort of me loving, or us loving our wives and our kids first, you know,